Hey, what's up, you guys? Shartimus Prime here, doing another Marvel Legends toy review on Marvel Legends Toad. This figure came out in Series 1, and I really think he's one of the most difficult Marvel Legends figures to get. But I would definitely say he's not one of the best. First off, I gotta say, this figure is not a must get, even though I really, really like this figure. This is something that I've wanted for a really long time. So I came in second place with the Boog Nice's contest, so I figured this would be the figure I would get with my contest money. So yeah, I think this guy's really badass, and not everybody else really thinks so. Uh, First off, I gotta say the articulation on him is very weak. I think I may have just said it a second ago, but it is a Series 1, and if you like this figure, you appreciate him for mostly the paint job and the texturing of the figure itself. He has 10 points of articulation, which is probably the lowest number of points in any Marvel Legend. I believe so. He's got a head that rotates left and right, okay? And it doesn't even move that far because he's got this, collar thingy right here, alright? Um, he's got these ball joint like thingies on his arm, on his shoulders, okay, so he can move up and back and out, okay? It's like that on both sides. And then his wrists can rotate, okay? So his wrist rotates. He's got a waist joint, alright? And his legs just move forward and back. They don't move out or anything, they just move forward and back. No knee joints, and he's got an ankle joint down here that moves side to side. Okay, so I've wanted this figure since I first started collecting Marvel Legends. This is just one of the figures I call trophy figure because it's one that was just really, really hard to get, and one that I thought really looks cool just standing on its own. Kind of similar to like the Jigsaw figure, where it's just really, really fun to just look at once you have him posed and set up. But there are some problems with him. I've wanted this figure forever, and I have a hard time actually rotating his right or his left hand. It does not rotate. I can't get it to rotate, and I couldn't get his left foot to really rotate either. But last night I put him up on the base and I had him on display, and I guess the position I had him in created some kind of tension, and his left foot broke off. Can you believe that shit? I wanted this thing for fucking so long, and the thing fucking broke the first day I got him. Ain't that a fucking bitch? But yeah, so that kind of sucks. So it's delicate. So you gotta be delicate with these things. I think it's funny as hell because I mean, if you were on Skype yesterday, I was stoked as hell to get this thing in the mail and everything, and he broke the first day I got him. So I thought that was fucking funny. But yeah, so be careful with these things. The toad or the frog that he's holding does not come out of his hand, so don't try to pull that out. Um, and yeah, I mean, the thing that I really like about this figure the most is the paint job and the texturing of the figure. First off, looking at his face, he's got he's got this flesh tone. You can see all these little nasty teeth in there, and on his cheeks and his eyebrows, his chin and his upper lip, the tip of his nose, other side of his cheek, he's got this very, very light green uh, paint job going on, which is very, very nice. I think that's very cool. I don't think you can see it so well, but it looks dope. And then his hair is like a blackish gray, and he's got like these green streaks in his hair. Very nice. And then like just the general paint job of his body is just really, really sick. I really like this mustard yellow, and it's got these it's got blacks in there and like dark browns, and he's got these random stitchings all over the place. Um, so you can see the blacks in the arm and the crevices over here, very dark, and it's like every inch of him's got some kind of like brushed paint job or something. It's really, really cool. Um, he's got like stitching going up through the middle, so you can see on each like these brown stitches, on both sides. And he's got like these patches throughout the whole costume. Like there's a patch right here with stitching going around it. Then there's this kind of a light spot right here. Now, please, if you own Toad, let me know. I already asked KJ answered me on this one. He said that he has no white spot over here, but it's like the like the plastic lost some paint or something like that. And I did open this mint out of package, but but it falls. This spot or whatever matches the patch that it's inside of, so it kind of makes me think it's supposed to be like that. If not, it doesn't bother me so much really. Um, even on the elbows, you can see these stitching, but the detail on this thing is immaculate. I just love it. I think it's great. This is very much, it's very much like a Marvel Select figure, but actually less posable than a Marvel Select, I think. I think the Marvel Select figures actually even have more articulation. But if you really like the character a lot and you appreciate these things in a similar way that I do, pick them up loose. I believe you can get it from what KJ's told me. You can get them for about 25 bucks loose, which isn't too bad. And he comes with this crazy ass base that I'll show in a second. But I'm just kind of staring at the paint job of this thing. I just think it's great. And then the purple parts are really, really cool too. They're actually it's got like this hatching kind of thing where it's like you got lines going one way and then lines going the opposite direction. Kind of makes these mini squares that really gives you this, like you could rub your finger along it and hear all the notches inside the plastic. So that's very, 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 very cool. And then on like the ankles over here, it's kind of rubbery, so you can move it around. Same thing with the skirt, you can move it around. This collar thing and on the wrists, it's kind of like loose rubbery or a little flimsy rubbery side. So that's pretty cool. Even on his hand right here, he's got like some green veins. Like his veins are painted on there, they're green, and his hands are a little dirty with some green. Just the paint job on this thing is great, and even the toad has some good detailing. It's got some slime on it and everything. There's black and white. You can see little toad eyes. This thing is really, really painted very, very, very well. Very, very difficult to pose, and I'm extremely sad that I've lost. I mean, out of the 10 joints, I've lost one joint, but it's not that big of a deal. After chugging a whole bottle of Jaeger and then curling up in the fetal position in the shower, I was able to laugh it off and move on with my life. But yeah, it's very, very, very cool. I just really love the way it looks. Okay, so that's like the plus side of this figure. Now the other plus side of this figure, actually maybe even cooler, is this fucking base, man. This thing is incredible. This is probably the coolest Marvel Legends base that I've ever seen. This is fantastic. Now it's got this water thing. It's very, very swampy, and you could actually take this off. And I'm going to use this for my shield agents, This is very cool. And it's got two clear pegs right here where you could put his feet, which is what basically fucked up mine. And, you can see the hole pegs at the bottom of his feet right here. And everything that they did here, like the growth lines inside the stump of this log, the fucking skeleton hand coming through. You got a snake rolling through right here, turtle. Even the grass right here has got like yellow, like mustard yellow and this like dark green mixed in there. A lot of paint detailing and artwork put into this base. You even got like a red lizard on this rock over here. Very cool. There's some brown skull, and the water has this, this snake going through it. So I think this base is very, very sick. 2001 Marvel Enterprises, made in China. Yeah, so this thing is cool. Just to give you a size comparison, like one thing that a lot of people don't like about this Toad figure is that he is pretty tall. For a Toad, I think. If you get Quicksilver here, alright, so I like to set up my Quicksilver like this because it is the Captain Marvel mode, or the Captain Marvel mold. But I guess it's not so bad side by side compared to Quicksilver. So he's not too big, but his bulk is kind of on the heftier side, But that's not a major complaint to me. I've just heard other people really complain about it. But for me, I think he's awesome. I love this figure. He is not a must-get, but if it's something that you've always really wanted, like me, go ahead and go for it. Alright, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Actually, I could talk about how awesome I think he looks for about another 10 hours, but, I think he's badass. Alright, that's it, you guys. I'll catch you later. Peace.